one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ready for minutes from previous year. First up is August, and it's still not ready for a vote. I'd like a motion to have it tabled until November.
I'll motion.
Mr. President, I would ask that the September 10th meeting, or the September 10th proposed minutes be taken from the table and that they pass. September 10th meeting.
You're making a motion to approve the September 10th meeting minutes. Is that correct?
But the motion was August.
Well, I mean, we want.
Well, no, the motion is September.
Okay.
I'll second that motion.
To remove from the table.
Before the motion before the board is to approve the September 10th meeting minutes. That's the only motion before the board by Mr. Howe, and it's been seconded. Nope.
So approve.
Approve the September 10th meeting minutes.
All right, so, all right, let's.
As I recall, our trustee asked for a couple of very minor corrections, and they were made. My word processors are doing strange things. Splitting words and adding letters that don't make any sense. I think we are.
Okay.
Aye. All right. Now, may I move that we take from the table the October 1st board proposed minutes and pass the same? In this version, I also believe the trustee asked for some ministerial changes, and they were made.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
The judge and I looked at the 2025 salary resolution that, for the adjusted salary resolution. Both she and I are wanting to have it tabled so we can look into it a little bit more. We'd like that presented to you in the November meeting.
I will make that motion.
Okay. Moved and seconded. Comments?
Aye.
Opposed?
I believe I may have, I believe we have the financials, August and September financials.
Correct.
Beth has that to explain a little bit more detail, but we do have those here.
If you look at this, the September one, it has both August and September on there, so I'm gonna cover both of them at the same time. September date on this, the top line over here. The other one just has to August, so you'll see it. It's the very top, yeah, it's the very top, it'll say.
Is that this document?
Yeah, if it says September to the far right, that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. That's the one, yeah, September all the way to the right, you've got it. Okay.
We don't have
So basically, we're 3/4 of the way through the. So we're basically 3/4. Do you have a question? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. 3/4. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So we've 3/4 of the way through the year, so that's through September. So we're 75%. So that's what we look for. And we've now added the rainy day because we've got that on there. So we're, obviously starting to use a little bit of that. In the township trustees and the general government, we're fine in all the categories. We're only at 71% on personal services, 60 on supplies. On our charges, we're at 57%, and then the capital outlays at 46. So a total of 63%. Same thing on the small claims. We're 68 on the personal services, only 47 on supplies, 24% on services, and the capital outlays is 71, which is a total of 65. So the total township budget, we've only spent 64% of our budget. So, we're doing really good as far as keeping on that. And then we move to the second page, which is the township assistance. And we have, we're at 61% on the assistance personal services, 60% on supplies, only 13% on our services, and then no capital outlay, so for a total of 53%. Then, button, flip pages. So then on our direct assistance, in the hospital, medical hospital and burial, we've at 79%, and the majority of that we have used from burials is for most of that. We've not really used anything on prescriptions or like doctor appointments or things like that. We've actually just gone a little bit over on the burials, but again, within the category, we still have almost 2,900 left. In other direct poor relief, we're at 77%, and we so far have spent $419 on food and household supplies, on clothing. We spent about half of that budget, which is $73.66. Our shelter, we have $185,000 is budgeted, and we've already spent $165. So again, with everybody, there's just a real need out there for the shelter. And the same way with the utilities, we budgeted 40, and we have used a $30,554. The Julian Center, we budgeted 18, but we're only at 5,400. And then the community outreach, we have 10,000, and we've only used 3,026. And then in transients, we have budgeted 2,400, but we've not used any of that. So we have used 77% of that budget. So, you can see that there's definitely a need in Perry Township, and I can tell you it's pretty much across the board. Everyone's having issues with a lot of need. But overall, your entire budget, you're only at 62%. So You're still doing really well. I mean, I will say on the assistance, it's obviously getting a little tight, and I know with with things coming up potentially with the questions.
I have several. Is, is direct assistance going up because the price or the cost of accommodations of apartments going up, or is there an actual increase in need by? So it's an increase
I
in
think
need.
I do know the utilities is an issue. I mean, Patty can speak to the shelter.
The shelter is, there's a need for that. We've seen a lot more clients coming in for assistance with shelter. And the utilities are the biggest needs that we have right now.
And you may not be able to answer this. To what extent is the need for shelter, or for food for that matter, a result of a simple increase in need, and how much of it is due to foolishness by the federal government?
Haven't seen that, that part yet, because the federal government, the SNAP and things like that are still, the funds are still there through hopefully the end of the month and we can get it settled. So we haven't seen any needs due to that as of right now. But they do say that SNAP and those kind of things can run out probably next month.
November. What a way to celebrate the holiday season. Okay. Well, those are things we can't control. Thank you for keeping budget under control as much as you can while meeting the needs of those who have been victimized.
I unfortunately put the salary resolution first on the agenda. However, we need to look at the 2026 budget resolution first and approve that before we can do the salary resolution.
So, as everyone knows, we've had the budget presentation, and then we've had the public hearing to go over it. And we've gone over any questions, and I know Patty's met with some of you as well. Again, just to reiterate, the budget is for the general fund is for $1,915,021. The assistance is for $507,137. And our levy is $608,638, which we are putting all to the assistance. And again, just to put this on record, that the tax rate is higher than what you like to adopt, and the reason is because I've made your assessed value at 85% of what that is to make sure that you get your maximum levy. And then when the budget comes back, which has always been to the rate you want, which I think it still will be without any problem. But if it's not, we can always adjust the 1782 to make it go down from there. So that's when we would do it, so that your budget will be with what you want it to be with the 0.096.
The point being, I think that this is the same process we go through every year. December, we submit the same tax rate that you guys always submit and approve. And so that the tax rate will hopefully remain the same as you guys like.
I just wanted to clarify that.
Just an explanatory. If you look at the upper third of the proposed ordinance for resolution and appropriations and tax rates, you'll notice that the adopted tax rate is 0 for rainy day in general. There's obviously a mechanical reason for that. tell us what that is.
It's because we've not put any of the levy there. If you put part of the levy there, then you would have a tax rate. But since there is no levy associated with it, there's no tax rate. All the levy is put to the assistance, so that's where all the tax rate is. You have to approve it.
You have to approve it so that it can be submitted to DLGF. They approve it, it comes back to you, and then you guys set the final tax rate in December. Clarify, you're not setting the tax rate on this motion. This would be to adopt the budget that we had the hearing on in October.
Adopt the budget for this.
Salary resolution, which looks like this.
So on the salary resolution, there is a 3% allotment for increases, and it is in a full amount. So the amount will not exceed that, and you can see that there's the positions and then the salary ranges of what those positions are, and then that's what's for each one of those areas. For the township trustee, for that portion, then the small claims, and then the township assistants. Then again, this was all within the budget of what we had budgeted for, so it all fits within what we budgeted. Clarified, there's minimum and maxes is like people may come in, and you obviously want to maybe start them at a lower rate than someone's more seasoned. So that's why there's the range on the salaries.
The security person is the job that's split between the trustee and the judge, right?
Correct.
Thank you.
Salary resolution. I'll make a motion to adopt the salary resolution for 2026.
I will second that motion.
Comments from the public.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.